We've taken a look at the Sharp X1 range of computers a few times on the channel, but mostly it's been about getting them working, or special cases like the Sharp X1 Twin. It's time we took one of the models and had a bit more of a closer look.
The present is horrible, the future looks bleak. Remember our childhood to get us through the week. We're getting re-enthused, back to the past and the things we used. We all know that our pasts were great, escaping the things that today we hate. Getting re-enthused, getting re-enthused, getting re-enthused, getting re-enthused.
And here it is, or at least this is the box for it. And no, it's not really unboxing. I just put the box there because I had it. We've already unboxed it. But let me clear this up and we'll take a look at the machine properly. Well, yes, here it is properly. This is it's hard to get in because it's quite a large machine. But it's lovely. It's this lovely red. It's got a few blemishes on. You know, it's the age. There is also a matching monitor. I don't own one of those. I probably never will because, you know, getting them... I don't generally own things with CRTs anyway, and getting them shipped from Japan is always fraught with terror. So we've not done that. The interesting thing of this is you'll note that there's polystyrene burn on this. This is, if you haven't seen it before, I have talked about it. It's where the materials in the wire react with polystyrene and it just kind of transfers itself and sticks to it. The interesting thing about this is a new cable that I made, so it still happened. So make that of that what you will. So this is one of the earlier models released in 1982. Unlike the previous models I've covered, this only has a tape deck right there, although you can expand it to add floppy drives and what have you. This runs on a Z80 CPU, it's got 64K in memory, and it's capable of 8 colours at a resolution of either 320 by 200 or 640 by 200. There are also text modes as well in there, but you know, it's mostly about the games, right? In terms of sound, it uses an AY3 8910. Now you probably recognise that, and it was a very popular chip at the time, especially in arcades. A few computers and consoles used it, notably the early MSX computers, of course. It had 3 channels of sound. It was able to do quite a lot as well. It had a lot of fairly nice modes to actually replicate instruments and things. Later versions of the X1, the Turbo and the Turbo Z, would improve things. Notably, the Z would increase the number of colours to a palette of 4096, and both the Turbo and Turbo Z would have the resolution up to 640 by 400. Now, the history of the X1 is interesting, but I have covered it before. So let's do a really quick condensed version. Effectively, Sharp's computer arm had the MZ line, which was selling quite well. It was available in multiple regions, not just in Japan. But the television arm decided they wanted their own machine, and that's this, the X1. It managed to effectively stall the MZ sales in Japan, while also not really improving competition with their nearest rival, which was NEC. So anyway, we'll go over some of the TV specific functions, because from the TV arm this did have some. But one thing that we will say now is it had the ability to add on a capture card to capture video, and some of them already even had that built in already. It was called the Teleropper. A fairly incredible thing of a machine of this era, let alone an 8-bit machine of this era. Right, let's take a look around the machine because it is fascinating. This is going to be tough to get in, but we'll do what we can. The keyboard we can probably get away from quite quickly. The one thing you will see on this one, it's got this channel up, channel down, volume, computer, TV stuff. Again, that's a hangover from who made this, and it's most of the keyboards have got that on them. What this has got, which a lot don't, is these are transport controls for the tape deck, so reverse, stop and fast forward. No play, but we'll get to the reason for that in a minute. Let me unplug that. This actually connects via a 3.5mm jack, like an audio style jack. Right, so now we can kind of bring the machine forward a bit more. It's not particularly heavy, even though it's this big, by the way, and it's mostly metal as well. Front fascia is plastic, but this whole casing is metal. Very nicely built. Yeah, so here's our tape deck. You've got a tape counter. We've got some controls here which light up. Normal ones, fast forward and stuff. These are lights which tell you what the machine's doing, if it's busy or what have you. An eject button, which is obviously soft touch, so automated. That's our tiny power button. Nothing on the sides of note, but on the back, that's where everything kind of kicks off. So these are our expansions I/O slots, 4 of them. We've got this TV control because it could plug into a TV to control it. External ground, RGB out. We've got an interesting cable that we're using to convert a FM 77 cable for that, but yeah, volume because it's got an internal speaker as well, and audio out, so you can have external audio. Big old reset button, printer button, and 2 joystick buttons which are similar to the MSX, and I believe the MSX does work. And yeah, that's the keyboard one, same as the front one, but on the back as well, so you can have either, which is kind of cool. Oh, and that's our big on-off switch there, if you want to power it off entirely. I've got 1 tape, I've got 2 tapes. One definitely doesn't load, or it does load but doesn't work. One is sketchy at best but does load sometimes, and that's the basic, because this is what they call a clean computer. And what that means is there's no software in the BIOS, if you will, like no operating systems like old machines of this era used to boot into BASIC. This doesn't. So we have to load BASIC from a tape. So we'll give that a try. But also, this is a tape deck. We do have a Bluetooth tape, and we have had some success loading software from our computer on other machines. So we will give that a try. Let's set that up now. Right, there we go. The machine is on, and hopefully that should be focused on those letters. I can't quite tell on my tiny screen here, but it looks okay. And you should see in the bottom right, the red power light is on, and also the tape deck is open, because by default, when you turn this on with no tape in the deck, it will open the tray. So let's stick in the basic tape. Oh, and there we go. It has automatically tried to start loading. All right, so there you go. We see it's found the basic header. Now we just wait to see if it actually loads it up. I won't make you sit through this because it's quite a long time, even if it does work. There we go. If that loaded first time, how lucky. And if you can hear, it's actually, well, you might not be able to hear. Let me move closer. Oh, it stopped as I moved closer. It actually rewound the tape automatically as well. Kind of useful. I think different programs can stop that. So if you do have a multi-loader for some reason, it will stop it loading, I believe, and it won't rewind. But anyway, yes, this is basic. I don't need to mess around with this. You all know basic. I didn't mean to do this straight away, but we were there, so I did it. So let's go back to the actual boot menu and look at some of the options there. Right, so it does have a detection thing. So if I was to close this tray with no tape in there, it won't try to load it from tape. It does know. Yeah, so there you go. Let's make ready any device. So floppy, obviously, if we had a floppy card, we could connect the floppy to it. ROM, you can load stuff from ROM things, that are either from add-on cards, or there was some built-in ROMs you could add inside as well. CMT is tape, but also we've got timer, and this goes back to this being made by the television arm of Sharp. So if we push T for timer, there you go. If anyone has ever owned a VHS, you will understand what this is. Now, this doesn't record to itself. That's not how this works. What this does is, and it goes back to if you remember right at the beginning, we showed the TV control port. So what happens is, this is able to, when you set a timer for a certain time, you leave this running in your living room. It's connected to your TV and your VHS, and it will turn the TV to the right channel so that the video recorder, which presumably you've also set separately, is able to record from the correct channel. So this was obviously, I think also it may also been able to control a VHS as well to start it recording. But anyway, that's kind of what this is. And you can set multiple days, multiple, well, months as well, and lots of different programs and turn them on and off. It's very interesting. So you just kind of type in, 01, so the 1st of January. It's a Monday. You'll see this is in English, by the way, as well. And 24-hour clock, so if we say 1600, and TV power on, yes. And what channel do we want? We want channel 3. There we go. So now, on that date, that time, this will turn the TV on and set it to channel 3. Interesting. I mean, It's quite an early, if you will, halfway house to like a TiVo style device, except it can't record itself. It has to use an external recorder, but kind of interesting. They try to fit these things in. They were all about TV stuff, so they tried to fit this stuff in. Right, now what we need to do is we need to get my laptop and we need to get the Bluetooth tape, and we need to see if we can use that to load games. I've no idea. I've not tried it yet. I don't know if it will work. I'm not even sure if these tapes have any kind of special header or something. Like there are machines that have got like special magnetic headers and things like that, which have to be written separately or something. I don't think so, because I've definitely seen blank tapes designed to record from the Sharp, and I don't see how they would have special headers for that. Anyway, we'll give it a try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Back soon. Unfortunately, no, could not get it to load using the Bluetooth tape. Not sure why. Tried a few different ones, different volumes and stuff. Also tried actually taping it onto a proper cassette as well and trying that, and I could not get that to work either. Don't know. It could be literally a quality problem. Could be that the actual tape files I've got aren't good, or it might just be they do require some kind of special encoding or special header or something that I can't recreate. A shame. Obviously, I'll still keep cracking on this, and if I come up with something, I'll just make a short that shows it working, and I'll write down what I had to do to get it done. But anyway, it's a shame. What I will say though, because I've refocused it so the front panel is slightly more in focus, and you may or may not be able to read. I can't tell, unfortunately. That as well as the power light, we've now got a timer light, and that's because we set that timer before and we turned it on. It remembered that. Obviously, it's got a battery inside it. Oh yeah, if you get one of these, remember to check the battery. And it has so even with power off and power on, it remembers that it's got a timer set, and it tells you that there is a timer going. So yeah, it's a funky little machine. I do like the X1s. They were an interesting, weird middle ground for Sharp. A weird business decision by Sharp too, and of course they led on to the X68000. And if you saw my video on the Sharp X1 Twin, you can see directly how they led on to each other. But yeah, good device, good machine. They're fairly reliable as well. There's not a lot that goes that wrong with them. This one, yeah, this is quite underpowered. I would go for one of the turbo ones. If you can afford a Turbo Z, great. They do tend to go for more though, but at least a turbo, because I think more stuff is just more compatible with that. This one doesn't have that much compatible with it, but still a lovely piece. It just looks lovely, and you can get these in multiple colors as well. It's not just red, so there's a black, white, and silver at least, and I think there may be others as well, but those are the ones I've seen most often. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit like. If you really like the video, please hit subscribe. If you didn't like the video or you have something else to say, then please leave it in the comments below. And yeah, if you see this and you see a hype button at the bottom of the video, please do hit it, because we don't get much traction from YouTube because we're not big enough. We don't make enough videos. But the hype button does seem to help, or at least I'm told it does. And also, some people have been sharing a couple of videos on Hackaday, and that has really helped. Like, huge thanks to those people, because we just, the traction dies off on our videos quickly, and that just seemed to really pick it up again. So yeah, just genuine thanks to that, and thanks to Hackaday for showing the article on our video. Anyhow, see you next time.
The present is horrible, the future looks bleak. Remember our childhood to get us through the week. We're getting re-enthused.